Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to wait a little bit, see who joins. Kindly let me know where you are joining from, of course. Always appreciate knowing where everybody is connecting from, especially around this time. I usually do lives earlier than this, but sometimes I like to shake things up a bit just to see who's joining and where you're joining and where you're from. Looking good. Thank you, my friend. You're looking awesome as well. I'm supposedly saying that because obviously I can't see you, but when you say looking good, you're seeing the inner reflection of yourself. That's why I'm saying you're looking good as well. Okay? So, let's see who else jumps in. Let's get some likes, of course, because the more likes we get, the more of a feeding frenzy we create here on this wonderful platform of TikTok. And feel free to share, of course. I'm going to speak briefly about the energetic field, okay? Hello from Tel Aviv. Hello, my friend. Wayne, Florida. That's awesome. Watching from West Africa. That's very, very good. Thank you, Jojo. Where else are you connecting from? Hi, I am from. Okay, looking good. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, the more hearts we get, the more, like I said, of a feeding frenzy we create, right? So I wanted to speak briefly about the energetic field. Okay, now there is a lot of buzz lately about this, okay? And this is something that science is finally catching up on. But this is something that we've known for centuries, if not thousands of years, okay? How do we know this? Because we can connect with this field, okay? All those people that can perform so-called miracles, all those people that can heal themselves, all those people that can actually move things around, like telekinesis and all that. All this is due to this field, okay? And this field, believe it or not, it is a magnetic field, okay? And it interacts with every other field out there, believe it or not, because we're not the only ones that have it. Let's get some more likes and I'll tell you some more. That's awesome. Let's get some shares and I'll tell you some more. But before we get into it, for those of you that are brand new here and you don't know who I am, you're more than welcome to go ahead and check out my TikTok page here. And if you like what you see, please hit a follow. And you can also hit the follow button, the little bell icon. When you do that, actually what happens every time I upload a video, you will be among the first to get notified, okay? And at the same time, right at the bottom, you're going to find my link tree. If you tap on that, you're going to find me on other social media platforms, of course. And my brand new website is also there, okay? And at the same time, yes, I did create a brand new Facebook group, okay, for like-minded people. It is a private group, so you're going to have to notify me in order to get access to that one, okay, because you can't really find it that easy. But it is under Unlimited You. And for those of you that want to subscribe, this is your opportunity while I am live. You can do so. Anybody that does and wishes to can have a 15-minute Zoom meeting with me, one-on-one, just to, touch base and connect and see what we're up to. All right? So, again, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. As I was saying about this energetic field, hi, Rick. It is very, very important, actually, to keep this energetic field aligned. And what do I mean by that? So believe it or not, this field surrounds you, okay? And it extends about 3 to 5 feet. And that's what science says now, about 3 to 5 feet. But I know that it goes even further than that. As a matter of fact, you can extend this field beyond your imagination. You can really, really extend this field if you know how to feed it with energy. Because all it is an energetic field. It is a magnetic field. And when you actually focus your energy within your body, you are also making this field extend, okay? Now, there is a certain key to this, though. you need to be focused on positive emotions, okay, and positive thoughts, of course, because if you don't have those positive emotions, what's going to happen is you create little, I should say, little like cuts within the field. Not necessarily cuts, but little it's not even, I should say, okay? Kind of like holes. Think about it like the ozone layer, okay? What happens to the ozone layer? You can have like little holes poking through. Your magnetic field that's surrounding your body is very, very similar. Now, you know, sometimes when you walk into a room, right, and you come across a person and you just instantly don't like them, or you do like them, guess what? This is due to those magnetic fields, okay? Because if your magnetic field is actually extended and you are out by 5 feet, and their magnetic field is extended and they're out by 5 feet, but your energies between these fields don't match because they're at a different frequency and vibration than you are, okay? If you're on a different frequency and vibration than each other, as your fields come together and they connect, they're going to clash, okay? As they clash, thus you're not going to have that connection with that person very, very good, okay? So, I'm open for comments, of course. Any kind of comments that you might have, you're more than welcome to. Of course, anybody that's here and is a subscriber, I'm obviously going to check out their comments first. It's only fair. Not that anybody else is not important. You're all important. I love you all. But I do have to take care of my subs as well, right? So let's go back up, see if we have any comments here. Feel free to make any questions that you might have regarding anything. It doesn't have to be just about this, right? Love to you from Guyana. Thank you for connecting. Damani, is it? Thank you, my wonderful friend. Hello from Palestine. Awesome. Thank you for connecting as well, my wonderful friend. San Jose, California. Hey, I heard California. Did you guys get some, was it snow that you got lately? I don't know. I just heard it today. And I was kind of I was kind of surprised that California had snow. Not that it's, it hasn't happened. It has, but I'm just kind of surprised. Correct me if I'm wrong, Paul. Okay. Why can I control my own goosebumps? So, Alcoholic Angel, I love that. So the question is, you can control your goosebumps? So, believe it or not, every time you have goosebumps, okay, you are in connection with who you really are. Just thinking about it, I just got goosebumps just now, okay? So this is actually a good, thank you for bringing this up, because this is actually a good exercise for you. As you're walking around, especially if you walk around, right, and you put your attention towards your body. Doesn't have to be inside, just focus on your body, be aware of where you are, and let's say you're walking down the street, right? So not picture, but feel your body as you're moving through this time and space reality that we have. Just walk by it and just look at the room and see your presence in that room as you're moving around. I guarantee you, within a very short time, you will get goosebumps. So maybe this is what you're doing, Alcoholic Angel, right? And that's why you are controlling your goosebumps. But every time you have goosebumps, you are in alignment with your true being. You are actually, you're always in connection with your true being. But what happens is you are allowing that connection to come through. And you feel it as an energetic surge. Okay, so this is what happens. You feel this and you get your goosebumps. That's awesome. But if you can control them, that's awesome. Hello from France. Thank you, my wonderful friends from France and Europe again. Feel free to share this live with as many people as you want. Like I said, the more people we have on board here, the more like-minded people we have, of course, and we grow our community and we help the earth and everybody else expand their consciousness, their awareness, and growth, right? So feel free to share, feel free to like. The more likes we get, the more of a feeding frenzy we create. Thank you for all those likes. So how do I achieve immortality? You are immortal by nature. You just don't know it yet. Who you really are can never die, okay? Never. And there's a very good reason for this. Let me put it to you like this, okay? Where are you right now? You're here, right? You are aware that you are here, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't be communicating with me, right? So since you are aware that you are here, I'm going to ask you another question now. We now know, even on a scientific point of level, we now know that time does not exist. Okay? So since time doesn't exist, but you are here now, what does that tell you? That tells you that you were, you are, and you always will be. So, congratulations. You are immortal. All right. Miss Fancy, hello, my friend. I hope you're well. I just saw your video on Nobody is Dead. Love that. Yes. Thank you, Miss Fancy. That's exactly what I'm saying. Even when I was just talking to the previous person up here, I don't have a name, it's just a user number. But yeah, you can never die, right? You never can die. Yeah, what happens at the point of death, you just change your focus. Wherever you focus, your reality is created. Okay? We have chosen to focus in this reality so powerfully, so magnificently, thank you for that hat, that we actually believe that this is the only reality we have. But when you cross over, what happens, thank you, my friend, what happens is you change your focus, and now since you change your focus, that wherever you put that focus is your new reality. Okay, that's all that is. It's like moving from one room to another, right? Let's say you enter this room, wherever you're at. You're focusing in that room, right? Once you open the door and you're outside of that room, all of a sudden you change your focus and you're focusing on whatever room you entered, or maybe you went outside, or whatever the scenario is. Thank you, Miss Fancy. I'm glad you liked it. 2 weeks now, I see everywhere 777. That is awesome. So when you see numbers in synchronicity like that constantly, okay, two things. One thing, those numbers mean something to you on a deep level. Maybe you don't realize it, but the main thing is that somebody from the other side is trying to communicate with you, okay? I've always said that. But also, another important thing about this is that you are raising your awareness. You are expanding. You are becoming closer and closer to what we call awakening, okay? So when you see all these numbers, it is a clear sign that you are approaching closer and closer to your awakening process, believe it or not, okay? So this is awesome. I love that. Especially these numbers are good. 777, 1111, 333, 33, 33. It doesn't matter. It's just the synchronicity of all of it, right? Sounds very interesting. Thank you, Edward. I'm glad you like that. Okay. Demir, let me see. Hello from Toronto, Canada. Awesome. Thank you for being here. You know that I lived in Toronto, Canada for many, many years. It's actually, I consider it to be my hometown. Beautiful city. And it always has a special place in my heart. Hello from Libya. Awesome, Miss Fancy. I do immediately connect with one person that I'm thinking of. And it's almost hard to believe. Yeah. You are communicating on a telepathic level, okay? So don't even put the word it's hard, because obviously you have a very, very good connection with this person, and you are both allowing this connection to happen, and it's all good. I'm so happy for you. Paul, okay, 4 inches of rain. Okay, last 4 days, I see. Hail today. Tons of snow in the mountains. Okay, so that's where the snow was. Okay, it was in the mountains in California, right? All right. So I guess better stay away from those mountains, I guess, right? And knowing California, you probably don't have all the proper equipment to get rid of the snow because you don't need it. Most of the time, it's beautiful weather, right? So why would you have equipment that you don't really need? That's awesome. Thank you, Paul, for sharing. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Joni. Nice to have you here. Hello, hello, hello. Awesome. And Jardin, good evening, my lovely. Good evening, my wonderful friend. How are you, Zakia? I missed you already. What are you still doing up? I'm just curious. Do you ever sleep, Zakia? 7:30. That means you're like past midnight. What's going on with you? But always happy to have you here. I love it when you're here. Good evening, and you're the one that set the hat, of course. Thank you. Good evening, my brother. Good evening, good evening. Awesome. A lot of beautiful comments. Love and light to you. Love and light to you as well, Haley. Thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting. Always a pleasure to have you on board. So, again, always a pleasure to have all you wonderful people here aboard. Adam, thank you for that. Every time I see lights, it lights up myself as well. Thank you. Love you guys. And Zakia, okay, I have learned so much about forgiveness through the energy techniques. I am so happy that you have learned this actually, because forgiveness is something huge. Forgiveness is something major. Forgiveness is a shift of energy, right? And as we all know, everything around us is energy. As a matter of fact, this whole live that I was doing today is about this energy. It is about our energetic field that we have that is surrounding us, right? It extends from 3 to 5 feet, but I assure you that you can make it extend even further and beyond what we can actually even comprehend, right? So, yes, everything is energy, and forgiveness is part of this magnificent exchange of energy. I love to hear that. Thank you, my wonderful friend, Zakia. Thank you. All right. Orbit. Okay. Hello, need some help. What shall we do to get it through the cancer of my brother-in-law? Okay. This, my wonderful friend, there's a couple of things here, right? That I just noticed because words, when somebody phrases them, also shows their energetic state where they're at, okay? And it's not to be critical here. I'm just pointing it out so you can be aware of it, right? I'm just creating awareness. So first thing is you want to get through, right? So which implies that you are actually having a hard time with it right now. And the second one is we've already labeled it as a disease, in this case cancer, right? So let's drop the labels first of all, because the minute we label something, we are just feeding it more energy, okay? So let's just drop the label and see your brother-in-law totally healthy. I know it's hard to do if you haven't practiced it, if you haven't really connected with who you are. I get it, it's tough, but it is very, very important. It is key to realize that your brother-in-law, who he really is a being of love and light. What you are seeing is his energetic body, I should say, okay? So his energetic body is actually what I was talking about earlier about this field. You know, this field that we have, it's a magnetic field, right? So when this field is surrounding us and we see like labels like cancer, or we see negative things and we have negative emotions, we're poking holes in this field, kind of like the ozone layer that's, you know, we're poking holes, right? And when this happens, we're weakening this field, and your chances of survival or healing are very, very limited. See him as being complete, see him as being healthy, and when you talk about your brother-in-law, just talk to him as he is totally, totally healthy. Okay? And when you're around him, always, always see him with love. Project that emotion, that feeling of love. You would be surprised at how fast love spreads if you are in vibration with it in alignment. All right. Hi, I see 1111. Yeah, just like the previous person that sees 777, okay? So every time you see numbers like this, it's always, like I said, a message from the other side. It's always your higher being talking to you. It is always a connection that maybe you have with those numbers, or maybe that somebody had passed, okay? Maybe there was a strong connection November 11th, for example. Just giving you an example, right? Whatever those numbers mean to you, also it is important to recognize what is happening around you when you see those numbers, okay? There's a direct connection to it. I see a lot. That's awesome. How do you safe astral travel? You can only astral travel in a safe mode. I get it. I know that people talk about negative things, but there's no such thing if you don't allow it to influence you. So, to astral travel successfully, drop the fear. Okay, that's all you got to do. Just drop any kind of fear that you have associated with it. Okay, John Eagle, awesome. Is there a message about her? Okay, let me see. Any of my subs here saying anything? Because I'm going to come right back up to you guys. I just want to see. Okay. I miss you more, darling. And just did the energy techniques and found you on TikTok. Awesome. Thank you, Zakia. You're amazing. I will be very asleep soon. I know you will, because for whatever reason, every time I speak and you hear me speaking, it makes you so mellow that you fall asleep. It's either that or you're bored of me, one or the other, and you fall asleep. But I'm just kidding. I know that you get mellow. I know it mellows you out. That's awesome. Thank you, Zakia. Just say goodnight whenever you're ready to sleep. Yes, you helped me so much. Awesome. Okay, so let me go back up. Anybody else here? Okay, we saw this. Is there a message about her? I'm not sure who you are referring to. Okay, hello from Netherlands. Thank you, Wim. Always a pleasure to have you here. All right, M7. M7 Asen. Okay, how to attract the right soulmate, in brackets wife. I'm looking to engage. Thanks. All right. So the first thing that you need to do is to stop looking. All right. And when I say stop looking, there's a reason for that, because when you are actively looking for something, you are sending the universe the message that it is not here. In this case, your soulmate or wife is not in the present moment. We need to understand that our true power is always here in the now, in the present moment, right? So if you want to attract your wife, what you do is you see her here, right now, the way you want to picture her, okay? She is here, okay? She's not somewhere in the distance. You're not trying to attract her. She's here already. So that is the biggest lesson that most of us can actually learn. The lesson of time, I should say, okay? Because time, like I said, doesn't exist. So when you see everything in the now and you talk, see, this is the way it works, right? It's not only enough for you to see it, but you got to talk about it too, as if it is now in the present. Everything needs to correspond to the now. If you do that, your wife is already here, believe me. All right. Hadam Low, thank you for being here. Hadam Sent, okay, the hanging lights, I love that, thank you. All right, let's see any other questions. I will be very asleep soon, I saw that, okay. Hello, I always ask for signs from deceased parents, and they very clever when giving them, and they're very clever when they're giving them. Yes. So again, whenever you ask, remember it's even there's even Bible verses in that, asking you shall receive, right? There's a reason why that's said, because when you ask the proper way though of asking, right? Yes, your parents obviously send you the correct messages. That's awesome. I'm happy that you can actually connect with them and you can receive all that information back. Thank you for sharing, my friends. Okay, is it good to extend your energy field? 1000%. It is very good to extend your energy field. Why is that? Because the more of a field you have to extend, right, the more energy you are exuding. Okay, and what does that mean? That means that more of the things that you want to attract in your life are going to come, right? Because when you extend your energetic field, that means that you are in a positive state and a positive emotion. Because when you are in a positive emotion, what happens is you expand naturally. Okay, it's just like the light. What does the light do? It just goes outward, right? It shines. You are shining your who you are. When you are in a negative mode or when you are feeling down, what do? You actually do the opposite. You contract, like you go inwards, right? And that means your energetic field is also shrunk. So yes, to extend it is always a wonderful thing. Spirit Hippo, thank you for being here. Can things go wrong if anxiety pops in when visualizing? Like anxiety interrupts with negative words? The only thing that can go wrong it's all in your mind. Okay, we got to understand that there is no right, there is no wrong. There is just is. Whatever you are experiencing in the moment, that's where you need to be. So your mind, of course, is going to turn around and create havoc. It's going to create a story of whatever chaotic things it is thinking about, right? Because your mind lives in chaos. It loves to live in a state of anxiety because it feels important. So in reality, nothing can go wrong. No, as long as you are aware of it. Okay? Thank you, Spirit Hippo. Tracy, you gotta have faith and fight for your life. Huh. I would do the opposite. The word fight automatically assumes something negative, okay? You don't want to fight for anything. You want to go with the flow. You want to follow your energy naturally, okay? Just like the river. You just want to, you don't want to go upstream. You don't want to fight the river. You want to go with it. You want to go with the flow, okay? Why you don't want to fight it? Because the minute you're fighting a roaring river, think about it, right? What are you doing? You're wasting energy until you drown eventually, right? So, no, you want to go with it. Thank you, you're amazing. Thank you, Orbit. Thank you for being here. Miss Fancy, how do you shift into a forgiving state? I would love to know, please. So, the way you shift actually in a forgiving state is you connect with those my top four emotions that I've always said, right? Which is compassion, appreciation, gratitude, and love, of course, right? But let's take the first one, compassion. When you are compassionate, okay, and when you have compassion about somebody or something, and what does that basically mean? That means that you are, you can see yourself in that person's shoes, right? So when you can see yourself in that person's shoes and that compassion grows over you, then you are in a much better position to also forgive that person. All right? Because again, forgiveness is amazing. So you first start with compassion, okay? And then forgiveness will follow. Now, the other one's about appreciation, gratitude, and love, of course. those are all, you're all leveling up, level up till you reach the state of love, of course, right? And of course, when you reach the state of love, there's nothing to forgive, because in that state you only operate on a perfect level. Okay, there's nothing in that state that you need to forgive, because you are already in that high vibing emotion of love, right? So I would start with compassion. Start feeling compassion for people, and then just, it's going to be much easier for you to forgive. Thank you, Miss Fancy. That's beautiful. And Joe, I felt a burning sensation when starting astral. Yeah, and that's okay. Some people, mostly what most people feel is actually a buzzing, okay? Like a, maybe even a buzzing even in your ears. You can just feel a buzzing, like you know how a bee might, you know, fly through your, beside your ear, something like a buzzing. And then that buzzing might increase to like a vibration. You can actually really feel this vibration throughout your body, right? But in your case, you're feeling a burning sensation, and that is okay as well, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. Because again, every individual experiences this in a different way. So your way is a burning sensation. That's all good. No worries. Yes, you helped me so much. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for saying that. Again, since I have all of you here, I wanted to quickly go through a few things that I normally like to go through. Anybody that's here and is new, of course, you're always welcome to check out my TikTok page. And if you like what you see, you can hit a follow. And at the same time, you can hit the little bell icon, so every time I upload a video, you get notified first, right? And if you go at the bottom of the page and you tap on the link tree there, you're going to find me on other social media platforms, but especially on my website. My website is complete and it's there. I'm still adding things to it, of course, but it's there, it's running, and you can get a hold of me and see different programs that are happening there. And for those of you that want to subscribe, right, this is your opportunity while I am live. You can subscribe, and anybody that does so and wishes to can have a 15-minute Zoom meeting, complimentary, one-on-one, just to touch base, okay? And having said this, I have created a brand new Facebook group, okay? I had to create a profile, of course, and then a Facebook group. The group is a private one, so most likely you're not going to find it on your own. It is under Unlimited You. You might find the profile, so even if you follow me there, I can shift you over to the group. But the group is private, so you would have to message me, and the minute you message me, I can send you the link, and you can join the group, okay? Again, this group is, it's all about like-minded people. I just ask that everybody keeps it respectful. You know, people do have different opinions, of course, and that's all good. This is what makes it interesting. So if you're interested, you can always post in that group. You can do whatever you want in that group, as long as, you know, it's respectful. Again, of course, it's more about interacting with one another and, you know, growing the community. All right, so let's see. More of your questions here. Again, what I was saying at the beginning was about energy and this energetic field. And I was saying that scientists are finally catching on that we do have an energetic field surrounding our body. This is something that, of course, a lot of spiritual masters knew thousands of years ago. This is nothing new, right? It's just now science is starting to catch on. So now this field, according to science, extends anywhere from 3 feet to 5 feet, and it surrounds your whole body, right? But I'm here to tell you that you can extend this even further and further and further, okay? Why is this field important? It is very important because it is a magnetic field. So it brings to you whatever you are feeding in that energetic bubble. Let's call it a bubble, right? I like the word bubble. So whatever you are feeding it, it brings back to you. And not only that, but it also helps you heal. It helps you expand, grow, whatever the scenario might be, okay? Think about it like this. When you enter a room and somebody else is in the room, you either like them or you don't like them. You know why? You have a field, they have a field. When your vibration is not in match with their vibration, okay, what happens is the minute those two fields come together, they clash, right? When they clash, you're naturally not going to see things eye to eye. But on the other hand, if you are in alignment with that person, you merge. So the two of you now just created a bigger field. See what I'm getting at? This is why I said that the more we grow, the more we expand. What are we doing? We are expanding our energy. We are expanding this field. And the larger and larger and larger it becomes, the more and more people are going to increase their awareness. That's phenomenal. I love this. All right. Hello from Menifee, California. Awesome. A few people from California. That's good. Is it good or bad to have an extended energy field? I just mentioned about that. I felt a burning sensation when astral travel projection, and it was hard to come back. So every time you think that it's hard for you to come back, all you need to do, Joe, is just think of your body or see your body. The minute you see your body, you will automatically come back, okay? Nothing to be afraid of. Raul, should I go into the Bine, a restaurant and bar? That is awesome. Whatever is in alignment with you, then you should do it. You are always guided in the right direction, believe it or not. The right direction for you, that is. So, if you have even the slightest doubt about this endeavor, then I would sit back and maybe look for something else. But if you are in total agreement and alignment with it, by all means, go right ahead and do it. Yay, thank you, my friend. Greetings to you too. You're awesome, thank you. That's awesome. Let's get some more likes, folks. The more likes we get, the more of a feeding frenzy we create. I'm actually surprised that at this time there's quite a few people even on this live. I like that. All right. And again, if you feel the need to share this, go right ahead and share it with as many people as you want. I love those likes. It's just Rachel, it's been a year. My sister died and can't live a normal life because I never had a sign of her. So, believe it or not, Rachel, your sister is sending you messages and signs on a daily basis. Okay, this is what they do actually. The reason why you're not picking up a sign is maybe because you are so stressed over it, or maybe you are so sad about it that you're not allowing it to come through the proper way. Okay, you simply need to sit back, relax, okay, and just let whatever message wants to come through. All right, and at the beginning, these messages might seem that it is your brain or your imagination working overdrive, right? But it is not. Trust me. Especially the first messages that you get, it is your sister communicating with you. Always the first ones are the best ones, because then your mind takes over, thoughts take over, and they're gonna try to sabotage what is coming through. They're gonna say all kinds of stuff. Your thoughts are gonna say, "Hey, you know what? That's not true. You're not communicating with your sister. She's dead. What are you doing? This is useless." Whatever thoughts might come your mind, right? So don't pay attention to those. Just catch the first ones that come through, and anything else, don't pay attention to it. Spirit Hippo, thank you, my friend. Mary Lou, hi, my friend. Hello. Thanks to you, I have been able to astral travel without fear, and it was wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. See? Now, if you can actually, I'm glad that you posted this, because I had some other people on this live that were kind of concerned about astral traveling, and I reassured them, of course, that there's nothing to be afraid of, and now you just made it even better. I'm glad that you had this wonderful opportunity to astral travel, and I'm glad that you had no fear, because like I said, fear is what holds us back. Okay? Thank you, Mary Lou, for sharing. Joe, I did an out-of-body experience, but felt a burning sensation inside of me, and it was hard to return. So, I get that, Joe, but did you hear what Mary Lou just said too? You need to drop the fear. Maybe at some point when you were out there, you had some kind of fear pop in, right? And when that happens, all kinds of things might happen. But again, you're always going to come back to your body, right? Why? Because simply it is not your time to go. So even though you think that you can't get back into your body, trust me, your higher self will kick you back into your body, because your higher self is not going to let you just go when it's not time to go. All right? Your higher self is the bigger part of you that is already in the non-physical. You know, the avenues that you are exploring, your non-physical, the bigger part of you is already there. So the minute it sees that you're in trouble, it's going to kick you back. So have no fear. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we read that. Wim, thanks. I'm going to sleep now at 1:40. Have to get up in 4 hours. Love and light. Love and light to you too, my wonderful friend. Thank you for connecting. And safe travels in your sleep. All right. I've been dreaming more, but I can't remember them. Your thoughts. Okay, so again, every time you don't remember your dreams, it is simply because A, when you wake up, you move too soon. Okay? And the way to actually rectify that is by not moving at all in the morning when you wake up. If you can remember, of course, not to move. Okay, then you can do a recall and remember your dreams. And B, just before you go to bed, just put the intention out there. Just say to yourself that I'm going to sleep now, I'm going to have all these wonderful dreams, and when I wake up, I'm going to remember them. That's all you need to do. Okay? Awesome. 28 days in the house too, I see. Good evening, my wonderful friend. Nice to have you here. I see that with coworkers. Okay, I see that too. That's awesome. Sir, how to activate your pineal gland? Okay, first of all, the best way to do it is just by simply focusing your energy just behind your third eye. Okay, just focus on that spot. Something that's going to help you also is if you take a deep breath in when you're nice and calm. Think about your breath just going through you, going up, okay? Going up even towards the back of your spine, just going up. As it's going through, picture this energy coming through your, close to your third eye and hitting the back part of your third eye, right? So you can do it in a breathing way as well, but literally the breathing way is just a technique. It's just a tool. You can just simply focus just behind your third eye and you should have no problem whatsoever. Okay? That's how you do that. Wherever you focus your mind, you're feeding it energy. Okay? So if you can focus your mind behind your, I can do it easily. I don't even need to close my eyes. Just focus your eye. Focus your attention, I should say, behind your third eye. And you should have no problem whatsoever. Hawaii here. Awesome. We have Hawaii in the house. That's good, Brad. Thank you for being here. What time is it in Hawaii, by the way? Kind of curious. Hello, sir. I'm from Cameroon, Africa. Been trying to concentrate and experience to no available. I'm not sure what you mean, my friend. What are you trying to experience? I'm not sure what that question is. Trying to concentrate and experience to no available. Maybe you want to continue further down with that. It is stash, is it? Yeah, continue with the next sentence. Thank you, okay. Okay, any advice to give a friend who's struggling with losing her 2 sons? It's been 2 years. So every time we actually lose somebody, the only thing that you can tell your friend is that we never lose anybody. But I get it. It is very, very hard to think that way because the emotional pain is very overwhelming, right? So the only advice that you can give her is to know that her sons are not gone, okay? They're always there. They're sending her messages. They're telling her that they are okay, okay? But the grand scheme of everything is that whatever happens in your life, okay, you created it among other co-creators that we say, right? Why? Because there is a lesson here for all involved to grow and to expand. So, as hard as this might seem, she needs to embrace it and move on from it, okay? Literally. I'm not saying she's going to be happy about it, but she needs to embrace it and just let it be, okay? But her sons are well, okay? Because nobody dies. That is for sure. Rachel, thank you, thank you. Sharon, hi everyone. Let's see, does the what? Demiurgy exist? That's a Greek word for creation. We only have what is. So whatever is in the moment is what we see, is what we have, and beyond, right? So obviously something exists if you can sit here and you can see it, right? Good question. Astral travel, Jake. I just mentioned quite a few things about astral travel actually. Hello, hello. If not, I have 3 videos on it as well. I love your energy, feel safe and warm. Thank you for saying that, Sherry. I'm happy that everybody feels safe and warm. I really love that. Sharon, I will try to astral travel tonight. Hope I can meet up with my son. So let's drop the word hope and just put you will meet up with your son, right? And not that hope is a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. But when we say hope I can meet, okay, what we're saying is that it's like a future tense. It's not here, right? Remember, your true power is in the now. So you are going to meet up with your son. Actually, you are already in connection with him. So safe journeys, Sharon. Tell me what happened. Great, thank you. 28 days. Please share the live and tap your thank you 28 days. I love your energy, my friend. Army of God, awesome, thank you. Okay, Stash, trying to experience the out-of-body experience, but to no available. That's what you meant. Okay, that's, I don't get the right result. All right, I see what you mean. So, you're trying to astral travel, but it's hard for you to do so. So the advice that I have for you is to simply relax in the process, right? Don't force it. And the reason for that is because every time we try to force something, the opposite results usually happen, right? So just go with the flow. Don't force it, okay? And just enjoy it and don't be afraid. Don't tense up. Keep your body nice, calm, and relaxed. If you must focus on your breathing, by all means, put your attention on your breathing. Why? Because every time you do that, you ground yourself, actually, right? You're grounding yourself in your energy. You're becoming more aware and more present of the present moment. All right? So don't force anything. Thank you, thank you. Sherry Ann, do you believe that we are the universe experienced in itself? I can't comprehend this concept. So you can't comprehend this concept because you're trying to think about it in a limiting way. And what do I mean by limiting way? Our brain, our physical brain that is, can only comprehend very, very little. All right? So let me put it to you this way. It's not just the universe experiencing itself, but the multiverses also. all right? It is the whole shebang, the whole deal. Everything that keeps growing and expanding. You are experiencing yourself, yes. I definitely, I don't believe in this concept. I know that this is what's happening. Why? Because we are part of Source. We are Source. We are uh, love and light. You can't be anything else. Okay? So right now you're experiencing, let's say, the ocean. You are experiencing the droplet in the ocean, but you are not in the ocean, right? But you still have, when we use that metaphor, you still have the same qualities. You're still water, just like the ocean. You still have all the abilities and characteristics that the water would have, or the ocean, right? The only difference is now you think that you're the droplet. But what happens when you connect? Can you imagine you take that little droplet and just toss it in the Pacific? Wow. All of a sudden, now it's just connected with the whole thing. This is how you feel when you connect with the universe as well. You feel one with everything. Right? So, definitely, we are experiencing ourselves. Okay, stash. Always distracted, somehow a lot of thoughts in my mind. Yes, so that is the reason why you're not astral projecting. Right there, you hit it dead on. You found the solution yourself. You found actually the cause yourself, not the solution. So you are always distracted from a lot of thoughts. You're not going to astral project. Plain and simple. Because your mind is working in overdrive. The whole idea for you is to have your body fall asleep and your mind doze off so you can actually astral travel, right? How do you control your mind? By simply being more focused and aware even throughout the day, because throughout the day, if you become present with what you're doing, your chances of succeeding at astral travel will be much higher as well. All right, Jake. Okay, perfect. Spirit Hippo, what is it called when you can feel a music vibration in your body on a low volume with headphones? I don't know what it's called, but that's actually awesome. If you can feel the music vibrating, doesn't matter what we label it, right? Just follow through with it. And if it makes you feel good, by all means, keep doing it, right? Okay, I blew my mind by thinking every thought I could think to think as intensely as I could. No, just the best way to do it is just to observe your thoughts and let them come and go. That's the best way to do that one. All right. All right. So I recently became Ricky #2. That's awesome. Thank you, Haywi. Practitioner and had a sudden Kundalini awakening. Can you explain this? So yes. So basically, what happened here is because you are already working with energy now, and you became an energy Reiki energy #2. What is happening is you are making this energy flow within your body even more. You have a bigger connection, a stronger connection. So having a sudden Kundalini awakening is not uncommon, okay? Because again, Kundalini, all it is energy flowing through your body, and it is so intense that you have this feeling. So you, my friend, congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. Just let it flow. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, hello, hello. All right. Any other questions? To get in a state of being very tired when your brain shows down your thoughts. Yes. Thank you for telling them that. I agree with you. Andy, hello. Can you please give me a path to improve and learn spirituality from the beginning? So, the best path for you is to simply become aware that you are. Become aware of the I am in you, okay? And once you do this and you really let it sink in, okay, your spiritual path will emerge very, very quickly, okay? It's like the self-inquiry that we say about the I am. But at the same time, to help you with that, just focus on the present moment. Be aware of what you are doing at every given moment. Okay? And connect with stillness and silence. The minute you do this, your spiritual awakening will come on its own. There's no specific path. And the reason for this is because everybody's journey on this path is different. Okay? But if you follow the steps that I told you, you are definitely at the right path, since you called it path. All right. Awesome. How do I change my energy? By simply focusing on more positive emotions. Okay? That's how you do that. You focus on positive emotions, your energy will change. All right, before I close again, I'm going to say what I was saying at the beginning about energy. We do have our energetic field, like I was saying. It extends from 3 feet to 5 feet, but I'm going to tell you that it extends even further. By simply focusing on your positive emotions and positive thoughts, you can make this extend even further and further and further. Okay? And again, I'm going to say for those of you that don't know who I am, check out my page. If you like what you see, hit a follow and also hit the little bell icon so you get notified every time I do a video. And again, if you go to the link tree at the bottom of my page, you tap on that. That's going to direct you to my other social media platforms, but mostly to my website. Okay, it's called My Site, I believe. Yeah, you just click on that. It's going to show you my website and all the wonderful things I offer there. And for those of you, again, that want to subscribe, this is your opportunity. You got a few minutes before I close. You can only subscribe while I am live. Anybody that does so and wishes to can have a quick 15-minute Zoom meeting with me, one-on-one, just to touch base, right? And I did create a Facebook group, just like some of you wanted me to. It is a private group, and it is a group for like-minded people. Of course, we all join there and we share our experiences, and we, of course, can contact one another and chit-chat, right? We just grow the community, and we just grow and evolve. So that's all I have to say for tonight. Love and light to all of you. Thank you for your beautiful comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. I truly appreciate every single one of you, and I love every single one of you, of course, because again, love is the ultimate emotion we can all have. Sherry Ann, thank you. Love and light to you all, and no matter what you do, be the greatest you. Good night or good morning or wherever you might be. Have a wonderful time. Bye for now.